I swung a bit too low on that one. Swing a tiny touch higher. Ooh, right on the money solid. Oh, I just love hitting golf balls. It is so much fun, especially when you make that pinpoint precise contact. Oh, hi there, hack golfers. Ron Sisson with another post. Our topic is it option A or option B? Option A basically says that the striking of a golf ball is an exercise in human biomechanics, where we must get the right grip, setup, posture, and all the parts of our body have to move so we look very similar to Louis Oosthuizen or Adam Scott or whoever has the most technically sound swing. Or is it option B, that striking a golf ball is just simple human hand-eye coordination? We have a very interesting looking stick, the ball sitting perfectly still on the ground, and we just wind up and whack it. Well, in close to 30 years of full-time teaching, I've come to the conclusion that it's option B. The striking of a golf ball is now, and always has been, nothing more than simple human hand-eye coordination. Now, to go a little bit deeper into option B, when Tiger was 2, when Rory was 18 months, when Bubba Watson was 6, when Jack Nicklaus was 10, when Yanni Sen was 6, Arnold Palmer was 4, all these legends of golf, they all started as young little kids. Now what went on, I started when I was 10 as well, and what went on in our learning process was something magical and marvelous at a deep subconscious level. Because you see, when kids are really little, especially like Arnold, he's 4 years old hitting a golf ball, I'm pretty sure he wasn't too concerned about having the right posture and positions. And I mean, Arnold's swing was no technical marvel anyway. He had that gloriously interesting golf swing of his, and that interesting way of following through and finishing, etc. But when these young kids are trying to figure out how to hit a golf ball, they're not focused at all on anything with regard to their body until they grow up a little bit later on and they actually have the attention span or the desire to listen to a golf coach tell them that they have to grip in exactly a certain way and a certain posture, distance to the ball, ball position, etc. So while they're in that initial learning stage, essentially their brain and body is becoming skilled at finding the most efficient way to get what they want, which is powerfully struck, long, directionally accurate shots. So they're not consciously aware of how they learn it, but essentially they learn what I believe to be the two fundamental skills, the real fundamentals of the golf swing, that every good golfer develops, usually instinctively, usually as a young child. The first skill is swing club head free, fluid, fast. If this club head is swinging around you freely, no tension, fluidly, smooth rhythm, and accelerating fast as it goes through the bottom of the swing arc where we try to impact the ball, then that's the first critical skill. Now with that skill intact, these young kids will initially miss it and tick the top of it and do all kinds of things. And their parents will natter something about heads moving around and arms bending and not being the right distance to the ball. But these little kids are usually can't understand that abstract stuff that the parents are talking about. So over time, their brain and body just instinctively figures out how to feel the weight of their club head carve this heavy feeling circular arc as it swings around them. And then they allow their brain and body to operate their neuromuscular control systems to whirl this stick around through space at tremendous velocity and pass it accurately through the ball. When I'm doing all these shots where I'm not properly positioned, I take this big step and I hit that one dead right in the middle of the club face. Consciously, all I'm aware of is to try to swing the club head, as I said, free, fluid, fast. And I'm semi-consciously aware of the weight of the club and feeling the arc that it's making, but I'm completely unaware of what my various body parts are doing as I do this. I don't know how far I stepped. I don't know how much flex my knees got as I went through the ball. I don't know how far away my arms stretched to reach to make the club pass through the ball. All of those things are taken care of at the subconscious level. If you think about it, consciously, I'm just trying to swing the club and feel the arc it makes pass accurately through the ball. Subconsciously, my brain and body and neuromuscular systems are doing trillions of subconscious calculations to get myself so that the club head will pass through the ball. So that's what ends up happening when the really good golfers become good. As young children, instinctively, they're focused externally on swinging the club and precisely striking the ball, simple human hand-eye coordination, and they develop a foundation of those two critical skills, swing club head free fluid fast, and what I call strike ball with swinging club head with precision. If you look at a Tour Pro's clubs, they literally wear out the finish right in the center of the club face because they hit so perfectly on the center so consistently. With those two skills as their foundation, later on, some of them go to golf coaches and get the exact correct grip. Or they get a good posture, a good distance to the ball position, all of these kinds of things. And they may work out some technical details of changing the amount of shoulder turn they have, or having less lateral hip sway and stabilizing the turn of the hips and so on. But that's just technical icing that they're adding to their foundation of club head related skill. Some of these high-level golfers don't really bother with too much technical detail. So two famous examples, of course, are Jim Furyk, who stands inhumanly close to the ball. His arms go straight up, and his body loops around like this, and his head is his club does some weird thing in the finish. It's just really bizarre. And then, of course, there's Bubba Watson, really strong grip, stands kind of tall, swings his arms way up in the air, his foot comes off the ground, his knee goes way over here, he swings and he's on his toes, swinging through, his body's moving all over the place. And then his swing looks weird every time he swings because he's trying to make this big curve left to right one time, and then he'll lean way over here, get this big hooking curve around this way another time. And again, all that Bubba is doing is the same thing he learned instinctively as a 6-year-old boy. I need to get this club head on the ball, and then I need to feel how I want my club face to make the ball curve, just like when I was hitting wiffle balls around my house and making them curve around the house. So, the truth of it is that the best players in the world learn to golf with option B, simple human hand-eye coordination, and then later on they did a little bit of option A with the grip, setup, posture, and so on. Option A, the biomechanical, is just the icing. The cake, the foundation of everything, is option B. Swing club head freely, fluidly fast, strike ball with swinging club head. So, hack golfers, feel free to contribute in the comment section and let me know, what do you think it is? Is it option A or option B?